Okay, so this is my kitchen. This is where I am starting off decluttering. It's a very small kitchen. Like I said, I live in a small basement apartment. It was actually, I think it was designed as a den, and then the previous owners kind of remade it so it could be either a den or an apartment, because like there's a door back here behind everything, behind that bookshelf that goes to the rest of the house, like the rest of the basement. So if you weren't renting this area out, it could just be used as a den. So as a result, it's got a very small bathroom and a very small kitchen. So that makes it hard to store stuff in here. It's one of the reasons I don't cook, because I really don't have anywhere to put cooking things. So things get cluttered pretty easy. And the whole reason I want to start decluttering in the kitchen is because of these. These are clean. The mason jar cups from Dollar Tree. I really, really like them, but they don't fit in my cabinet right now, so I need to make some space for them. I'm also going to go through like all the crap that's on my fridge, figure out if there's anything I can take off there, see what's up there. I'm going to do a food purge. I don't know if I'm going to show that, because who wants to see expired food? So then over here is where I put my recycling and my alcohol empties. That's like months upon months of empties sitting there. I don't drink that much Smirnoff Ice in one go. So that's like crushed up boxes that I'll probably end up taping back up and using to put donate stuff in. Regular recycling that needs to go out. I need to do something with that box. That's more recycling. That's just my collection of distilled water from my CPAP machine and a water bottle. This here is my magical garbage, batteries and lights and stuff, along with my dusty old dead computer that's been behind my couch for the last year and a half. I don't drive, so I basically have to wait until someone wants to give me a lift to dump these things off. So yeah, getting donations, that should be interesting. I'm actually going to use that white cart that I never use, and I'm going to donate that at the end of all this. That's my granny cart that I use for my laundry and my groceries. The kitchen basically moves into the quote-unquote front hall, which also needs to be decluttered. My closet there and stuff needs to be decluttered, but that'll be a different video. Those are some containers I got for under my sink, which will also be decluttered. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm basically just trying to show you the kitchen's very small. I got the fridge there. Sink, half of my counter space is used up by the drying rack. So that's another reason I don't cook. I've only got that much counter space to prepare stuff on. Wow, I need a new camera. My autofocus is on crack. Those two cupboards have food in them. These two cupboards, which are like the first thing I'm going to go through, along with another cabinet that I'll show you in a second. That's where my dishes are. And so basically my kitchen essentially stops there. It's not very big. So when I moved in, I bought this table to put my microwave and my toaster oven on. I'm drinking that pop, by the way, so that's not garbage just sitting there. So then I have my garbage over here, and then I have to go through this as well. I realized that the floor is disgusting. This is also one of the goals. Once I declutter, I'll have more space to actually move around and clean the floor, because the floor is disgusting. I'm sure there's people going to say, why are you even showing that? And I don't really want to, but I've been watching a lot of decluttering and organizing and whatnot videos, and a lot of people have shown far worse than my apartment, so I figure if they can show it, I can show it. Anyways, this is all kitchen gadgets, and like the top drawer has like Ziploc bags and stuff in it, so I have to go through that too because it's pretty cluttered. And then if you actually come around here, this cabinet has more. It's like my dish overflow cabinet, which again, it's not very big. I bought it pretty much to fit in this random small space between the kitchen and the bathroom. But this is the big issue. I've got a bunch of like overflow dishes and glassware and stuff that I never use. And actually my goal here is to get rid of some of this bigger stuff and move the kettle and the can opener that I have in the cupboards over here into here, because I use them but not very often. And that way I can move some of this stuff, declutter some of it, and then move the rest of it back up to where all my other dishes are. So that's the goal for this one right now, is mainly the cupboards. And we'll see what else we can get done tonight. And I will attempt to do a time lapse, but I can't guarantee you that it will be interesting or that it will even work, because as you can tell, my autofocus is a mess. So I will try and we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the donate pile so far. I'm not finished with it yet, so I'm not going to go through it yet. So that's what the inside of the cupboard looks like now. There's room for all of my glassware and the mason jars and stuff. Not much changed in here. It was more the top shelf. I just realized how bowed that top shelf looks. I don't think that was for me. I don't have a lot of stuff up there. And this is the overflow cupboard. It's got a lot more space in it now. I put the can opener and the kettle that were on the top shelf of my cabinet in the bottom shelf of this cabinet. Down in there, there's a baking kit. The only thing I've used out of that so far is a cookie sheet, which is in the drawer under my stove. But since the rest of it's still in good condition, I'm just going to hold on to it. I also put my knife block down there because I very rarely use my super duper big sharp knives, and they get kind of dusty sitting out on the counter, so I decided to put them in there instead. Bunch of plastic bowls. I have a big measuring cup that I have never used, but I suspect it's one of those things that you should probably have on hand for that 1 second you're like, oh crap, I need to measure this. So keeping that for now. There's some spare IKEA bowls back there. I have a set of 6, but only 4 fit in my main cupboard. This drawer is, or shelf is mugs and overflow glassware. The remains of, I have this giant wine set. There's 8 glasses and I only keep 2 in my main cupboard. These are all like really freaking dusty, but they're all part of the set, so I'm keeping them. And then I've got my 2 travel mugs back there. Still lots of space on that shelf. There's still some space there. And this whole shelf's completely empty right now, so we'll see what else we can put in there. So I think next I'm going to tackle this sucker. So like down here, it's like Tupperware and shit. I need to go through that. And then various gadgets that can use more frequently. And then this drawer is overflowing with like Ziploc bags and tin foil and other such things. So I need to go through this as well, so that's going to be the next thing. So here's where we are with this 3-drawer system. I cleared this out a little bit. Still got some gadgets and stuff in there, but I did pull some out. I'll show you that shortly. And I have my strainers and some paper plates. I cleared this out quite a bit because I was able to use the extra space in my overflow cabinet for all that Tupperware that was in these two drawers. So now this is just mostly just gadgets. I cleared out a few things there as well. So it's much cleaner and easier to get through, which is great because it's been a very cluttered drawer for quite a while now. And this one's still pretty cluttered, but that's okay. I got a few things out of it. Basically just all the wraps and baggies and stuff, various things and some sponges and so on. But even this is less cluttered. So in the throw out pile, I just have these 3 old spatulas. They're kind of falling apart and they're getting stained and stuff, and like this one. It's pretty worn out on the edges. There it is. And this one's like, I was gonna like donate it, but it's like all stained and gross, so I'm probably just gonna throw those 3 out. So this is the donate pile thus far. I am gonna stop here for today, and I'll come back tomorrow and finish up things because it's about 4 a.m. and I want to go to bed. I've ran out of steam for now, but I still need to go through the cupboards under the sink and the little junk drawer, and then this stuff on the fridge and do a food purge. But I thought I'd show you this stuff for now. I got 2 of these unopened, brand new things of Glad Press and Seal. I have one that I've been slowly working on since I moved into this apartment 4.5 years ago. I think my parents gave it to me, and I rarely use it. And then these 2 I did not buy. They came as free samples from Grocery Gateway. I figure I still haven't gone through the first one that I've had for 4.5 years, so I'm probably never gonna get to these. So these are gonna get donated because they're brand new, they're not opened. I'm sure somebody could use it. I have a wine opener that I never use, and I have a more fancy one that I got at the C&E a number of years ago that I've also never used, so this one's going. I have a manual can opener that I never use because I have an electronic one, which I rarely use to begin with, so that's going. This is a random Mike's Hard Lemonade branded bottle opener that I got at a birthday party at a bar. I don't know why I still have it. Clearly, I've never used it, so it's going. I have these 2 silicone muffin tins. They're not tins, but you know what I mean. My parents gave these to me. They're used, but they gave them to me when I moved out because I once or twice made little egg muffin things for breakfast. So they were like, here, you can make more egg muffin things. And I've never made more egg muffin things. And they obviously don't miss it. So again, been here 4.5 years. I've never made anything that I need cupcake trays for. So I do not need these cluttering up my life. So they're going, along with these 2 unopened sets of cupcake wrappers. If I needed these, I can get them at the dollar store. These 2 little Tupperware containers, I bought a set of 4 of them at the C&E a number of years ago. I bought them for like salad dressing and stuff like that if I wanted to take vegetables to munch on at work or whatever. Again, I've rarely used them, so I'm keeping 2, but I'm gonna get rid of the other 2. This cheese grater thing, it's got like 3 different levels of grater, I guess. A container to keep it in, and then like the lids are sealed so you can keep the cheese in the fridge in here. I bought this before I moved. I think I got it for free with Canadian Tire money. And it's cool, but I have never used it. I have a regular cheese grater that I think I've used like once, and I don't think I've ever used this. As cool as it is, it takes up a lot of space, so I'm getting rid of it. I have this set of 2 serving bowls, and these came from my great aunt. As you can probably tell, I've never used them. They still have paper between them, so they're going. Again, I can buy bowls at the dollar store. There's also this set of 3 casserole dishes, again from my great aunt. They're nice, they're good to have if you cook, but like I said, I don't cook. I haven't used them in 4.5 years. If I really need one, I can go and buy one, so I'm gonna donate those as well. There are also these 2, I guess, champagne glasses. Not really sure why I took them. They were one-offs, again, from my great aunt's collection of stuff. And never used them. I have an 8-glass set of wine glasses, so I don't need these 2. So even though this one is kind of cool looking, it's going. And then there is this stupid shot glass that I got from my best friend at the time. Again, I never use it, so that's going as well. And that is everything from the donate pile right now. Like I said, I will come back tomorrow and finish up the kitchen, but it is 4 a.m. and my battery is dying and I need to go to bed, so I'm gonna do that. And I will see you guys tomorrow.